everyone. Welcome to the Be Elite podcast once again. My name is Gavin. We will be meeting with some leadership and some normal students of Elite. And it's assortment of academies here. We have homeschool, we have virtual, and we have flex, including myself and Elisa. And here's our all that we are going to be asking questions to today. It's going to be Elisa, Jesse, Xavier, and myself. I'll be hopping in on some of them. So welcome. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing great.
That's good. Well, that's great. I'm going to start off with the first question. If you could send a message to your teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week, what would you say?
Well, what I would send is I'm glad you helped me get ahead with everybody else, helped me understand the work that I needed to submit. And even though I don't follow the instructions like present a slideshow, at least some of my work actually gets accepted by them and gives me a good A. Like for instance, I work hard day and yeah, I pretty much work hard as much as I can to get ahead.
Definitely. I really agree with that. That is a really good mindset to have as it's always good to have good A's, always good to have A pluses.
Gavin, my question to you is what would you send to your teacher?
Ooh, see that's like I have a lot of teachers, so I would say numerous things like thank you so much for helping me get to where I am now. And helping me keep moving along with both feet in front of me. So like for instance, like on assignments, if I get something wrong, then they're going to send it back to me and send me an email and say like this, oh, you got this, you did this wrong. If you want to resubmit it, you can. So then I resubmit it. And then it gets 100 because they told me what I did wrong instead of not telling me what I did wrong, which I really respect. So yeah, that's definitely what I would say to my teachers because I really respect my teachers.
I understand that. That's actually also a very good thing that people should at least start doing when teaching is to show them what you're not understanding because not just because you redo it does not mean you're like, "Oh, I understand where I'm wrong now." No, you got to show us.
Right.
Like Xavier, do you have like some parts that frustrate you and people don't show what you're doing wrong?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's actually what I was gonna hop into. What I'd like to say to my teacher, and I agree with all you guys that like it's super awesome how the teachers could give you some constructive feedback and they can send it back to you if maybe there's something that could be done better or something that just needs a little tweaking. So that's something that I really enjoy with my teachers. Sorry, because in my assignment, sometimes I might not catch this certain part or it might be like, oh, according to the rubric, you should have done this. And being able to resubmit it and just make it better helps to make me a better student. And that's why I really like my teachers. But one teacher I'd like to shout out, I think he's actually in this
Oh
meeting right
no.
now. Yeah, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, one of the best teachers, one of my content teachers. He teaches the podcast class and he's taught me so much. And honestly, he's been so he's been a really good role model in my path at Elite so far. So I really thank him for that. And I also thank him for making this podcast episode possible and the podcast club possible. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you, all my other teachers. X out for now.
Definitely.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say shout out to a teacher that annoyed you so much to where you did.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh my god.
No. Thank you, Xavier.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, thank you for the constructive, like in the comments. Thank you so much for your constructive criticism. Oh my god, like
it's important.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the constructive criticism. It's like, yeah, no.
Okay. I want to ask you, Lisa, is there any teacher you want to shout out to?
Well, the teacher I was going to shout out has already been shouted out, so I'll do that again. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for being awesome.
Oh,
there we go. Mr. Smith, let's go on a roll.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you. I've said it numerous times. Like my favorite part of the week is always meeting with my podcast students. So I love being able to talk to you.
To be honest, I like all my teachers because they always try to make it easier for me instead of making it harder. They also make sure to let me know what's going to happen before it happens, at least. Like, even if it randomly pops up, they always try to include me in. And they also try to break it down. Like, Evan, does any of your teachers like break down any situations that you're having?
Okay, do you mean the dance or like the
I'm
situation? Like,
going to say like problems, like how Zoom
Uh.
didn't work. Like, does anybody when Zoom stopped working like earlier, like a month ago?
yeah. They definitely let us know when that happened. They sent it on parent square slash student square. They sent it out to every single person, went to all of our emails, it should have. And I feel like that's a really good thing for all of our teachers to let us know of. Because if we were left out of if we weren't left out of the loop for that, I feel like that wouldn't have been a good thing.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, and that kind of thing happens, but it's very good to be informed about that. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with number 2 for the question. So, the teachers do a lot behind the scenes. What challenges do you think they have faced this year, and how do you think they've handled them?
Well, what I think the challenges they faced is usually explaining things because usually Rebecca Smith and I bet you who Nolan Smith also like stay and let like one student stay in the Zoom to like help explain everything. Because I know that some students have like trouble signing, and I want to say the most difficult part is like trying to explain it to and help them get ahead with the group because there are some people that have difficulties with signing more than others.
Excellent point. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And honestly, just to kind of like go off of that, behind the scenes this year, I think the teachers had a lot of things that they had to take care of. Like I know there were a lot more Zoom issues, a lot more issues just like in general that the teachers kind of had to like take care of. And they did a great job being able to message us and just let us know what's happening. Like, oh, they're not just gonna like leave us out. Then all of a sudden we're having like a bunch of missing assignments or something. But no, they took care of a lot of the problems that might have occurred or did occur during this school year. And that's all I have to say.
You know, there is actually one thing I believe all teachers struggle with the students here in the late. Because I know it's like one of the rules, or at least I think this is one of the rules. You can correct me, okay? I'm not saying that this is like something I truly know by heart, is to tell students to keep the camera on and show your face to other students.
Good
Oh yeah,
Because
no, that's
point.
one big thing. Yeah.
Very good point. Yeah, and
like
we
Gavin,
want to
does
see
your
that.
teacher does the same thing?
Repeat.
Does your teacher tell everybody to turn on their cameras, make
Yep.
sure their microphone?
And they're very good at enforcing that. I'm going to give you that. Like Mrs. Rodriguez, my math teacher, she's really good at enforcing it. She makes sure Mrs. Graham, Mrs. Jackson, they're really good at that. Shout out to all you guys.
I'm
That,
sorry,
that
but
like it's awesome. I respect all you guys for that.
Right,
Okay.
and
Honestly,
that's
I will say one teacher that's like super good with enforcing this is Mr. Nelson, the music teacher, because in my beat making class, what he does is that he encourages us all to turn our cameras on because let's just say we're going to breakout rooms and you're with this one person, they have their camera off. It's super, super awkward because you're just there with this person who has their camera off, microphone off, and it just kind of feels like you are just kind of like forced there, like forced to talk. But yeah, no, shout out to Mr. Nelson, but also shout out to the teacher who gave me some constructive feedback on English 1.1. I'm joking.
Yeah, and I wanted to jump in with the third question. Oh my god, I've been waiting for so long for this. All right, let's continue. Can you tell us about a teacher or teachers who has really made a difference in your life? What did they do that stood out? Or what
Mr.
did
Smith.
they do?
okay.
Oh my god, oh yeah, Mr. Smith, I do have to say that.
Okay, well, I have to. Unfortunately, it's not Mr. Smith, but I have to shout out Amy Moore, my teacher of record, because she has helped me so much with my work and making sure that I get an A and understanding the work and even helping me on other things that are difficult, like the unit activities on my EdTem classes. I'm not sure if anybody else uses EdTem, but if you do, you can understand that it is difficult trying to make sure it works with you, okay? Because if you like the matchup questions, you get one wrong, you mess up the whole thing. So she has to help me make sure I match it up correctly, so I at least get the point.
Alright.
Like Gavin,
No.
do you struggle with that? Oh, sorry, Elisa. What
Sorry.
were you going to say?
I was gonna say it's definitely Mr. Smith because back when I joined Elite, I had like an idea, and like I actually really wanted to join the podcast club because it seemed really fun, and it was like reminding me of what I was missing out in my old school. So then Mr. Smith helped me with my idea, and I was able to make it work. So that's why definitely you made a difference because you're like the first teacher that really helped me. So thanks.
And I'd also like to make a shout out to Mr. Smith because when I first came to Elite, I was about 7th grade, and it was the second year that the B Elite podcast was running. And I remember joining into the podcast. Mr. Smith's like, "Oh, hello, Xavier. How are you doing?" Right? And I was like, "Hi, I'm doing good." And then Mr. Smith was like, "Why did you join the podcast?"
Why the
Because
voice?
I wanted
Why?
to start a
No.
YouTube
No.
channel. I said it was because I wanted to start a YouTube channel, which I unfortunately haven't got it to go up and running yet. But I've learned so much from 7th grade to all the way to where I'm at now, and I thank him for that.
Yeah, and I also want to
Exact-
chip in on this. Mr. Smith has deeply, like, I was watching the podcast before I joined the school, and I saw it as like it's an opportunity for me to shine in a different place where where in my old school I couldn't. So yeah, I definitely want to give some Iman some time on the mic. So I'm going to finish up quickly. But yeah, like I really respect you for doing that because you brought me into the mix as fast as possible, as like physically I could, and I made a difference because you helped me post that Teacher Appreciation Week video on the YouTube. Go look at it now. And
Oh my God.
Good
I like
plug, I
it how
like
you
it.
just say, "Go
Just like
look
the
at
threat,
it now."
go look at it now, or
look
else.
at it now. All right. Otherwise, but yeah, definitely definitely he has made an impact on me that from there. And the podcast I've used to plug a couple of things for my just like now how I just said I'm going to find you if you didn't. No, I'm just kidding. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna let Iman jump in here though.
I have to say that all the teachers in all 3 academies are awesome, but I have to shout out to 2 of my favorites. All of them are my favorites, but these 2 have really helped me. My homeroom teacher, Mrs. Garcia, she's awesome. She's helped me with all of my grades and have them be more improved and higher than usual. And then Mrs. Joseph, because she leaves awesome feedback on all of my homework, and it's so awesome to see where I can improve myself and find those loopholes.
What is one important thing you've learned from a teacher this year? Something that really stuck with you.
What has really stuck with me?
What has really stuck with you this year?
I was thinking my speech therapy. Okay. So you see, I'm not a very talkative person, and I've said this at the I don't know what kind of meeting it is. I just know it's like they changed all my meetings and stuff to where I only have to show up like for fewer meetings now due to how well I'm doing.
Honestly, I was just thinking about that. If I, honestly, hold on, let me think about that for a second. Okay, I just came back. Honestly, Mr. Smith, okay, Mr. Smith, he's taught me quite a bit in a podcast class. He's taught me about like editing different softwares to use, and I mean the biggest thing that's kind of stuck with me is when he taught me how to use Canva for editing, because now I use it a lot more because with CapCut, sometimes there's certain features that are locked or just sometimes not useful at all, while I can use it in Canva instead, and because of Mr. Smith, I've been able to utilize Canva. So thank you.
I do have to add on to that because you did help me more utilize Canva than slides as well. Because like I used to use Google Slides and it sucked.
Time and a place for both Canva and Google Slides. I personally do Canva because of the freedom. However, it doesn't mean somebody else should not do it. I mean, Google knows what they're doing, obviously. But if you're looking for like creative freedom, I mean, I know quite a few people in this podcast alone have jumped into Canva and just had fun with it because it doesn't restrict you, you know. But we all have what we prefer, you know, and I don't want to bash anything on that. So again, reiterate the question: is there one thing you've learned this year from a teacher, something that really stuck with you? Does anybody else have anything to add to that?
Yes, that
Go for it.
science is achievable because I hate science. I can't stand science, but through my science teacher, I can do science.
Me is that in Elite, there are people who can support you. There are people out there who are willing to take out their time and help you. Most teachers and people outside of online school, they will most likely be too busy, or they will be there for you, but not as available as online. Here, there are people who believe in your dreams and can help you. It's not about what you can achieve by yourself, it's about what you can achieve as a team.
Alrighty, so last question is going to consist of when you think about your teachers, what are you most thankful of? Or thankful for? Sorry, sorry, I can't read.
You're good. Honestly, for me, I'm just thankful just that like they're able to teach me, you know? I mean, that's what teachers do, and I'm thankful that like, you know, teachers can teach, teachers can do their job. And I'm thankful for that because it's just getting me to where I am now. It's helping me to not only get into a career when I get older, but choose a career I want to get into when I'm older.
I'm most thankful for that. When I say I don't want to do this career, they try to help me convince to stay on this career. Like, for instance, I want to be an astronomer or an astrologist. But I know the math is like very hard. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I can't do math like this. I don't know calculus. I don't know algebra at all. Even though I did algebra, I don't know it. Like, I do kind of wish that Elite made a astronomy group as well. But Elisa, what about you?
Oh, I was gonna say I agree with you on math. I hate math.
Okay.
I can't with math. But just as like science and math, no. But I was gonna say about the astronomy club, you can definitely make your own club because so many students have done that here at Elite, and the clubs have turned out just fine. Like they're still going, so just an option. You, like, get
Okay, well, I
teacher
don't
into
know
it.
how to do that. I might need somebody to guide me through it because
Yep. I could put you in contact with the person you need. No problem.
okay.
Mr. Smith helped me start something, so he can definitely help you. Definitely.
Okay, now I gotta ask, what did he help you start you with?
I do a little news show thingy called Monday Minute.
Little thing that gets a lot of views every week. Yeah. It's okay.
It's
Yeah, just the
plug.
Monday minute. It's just the Monday
Monday
minute of
Minute.
BB. No,
It's space science.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you,
It's
Xavier.
space science.
space
Yeah.
science, just simple it. Just make it simple.
That's the part
right.
I'm saying. I overcomplicate it.
All right. So on that last question, anybody else? What are you most thankful for your
I
teachers?
think I'm most thankful for that the teachers are still there, even if you ask them 50 million times, can you raise my grade just a tiny bit? Can you help me get this extra credit then? Can you help me with this one assignment that's been in my assignments tab that I'm not able to complete? They're still there helping you, even though you've practically annoyed and ate half their brain off.
I love the way you put that. That was great.
I love how you're
We
just
got
like
some
being
really-
I
realistic with how the
would
teacher feels.
say-
That's awesome.
I have to say this. You're not the only one, though. I wouldn't say annoyed. I would just say have to do this on a daily routine. Okay, Lisa.
All right.
what do
Anybody
you
else
think?
want to jump in before we end it on what you would say you're most thankful for?
Okay. I know the question was what you're most thankful for about your teachers, but I'm going to change it to what you're most thankful for. My teachers.
What did I say?
That's great. That's great. That's great.
I have to
There's been a
say
lot of
this. What
gold
did
to
I
this.
say?
Just rephrasing the question. Like, you know what? Let me change this up a bit.
Yeah, I know, but it sounded like the same question, and I'm like, did I say it
Yes.
wrong, or did I?
It's same question but different energy. Same question, different energy.
Okay,
Exactly. It's like answering the question with the question, you know?
I know.
No, you
Yeah.
got to answer the answer with the question.
Okay, the teachers.
And honestly, again, I'm thankful for the constructive feedback that my teachers give me. Super nice. You can go ahead, just reflect on it, see what you can do better, especially on my English one. But I keep just like trying to
Okay.
single teacher out, just like, oh yeah, another one assignment, like where you gave me some of that feedback. Left me a little. No,
Okay, let's try
Oh,
not to.
Gavin, do you have anything to add onto this?
Very
Thankful.
quiet, sitting in my little corner of Gavin. Anyway,
Gavin verse. Yeah.
yeah, my Gavin verse. Well, otherwise, yeah, I don't have anything to say other than I respect all my teachers and I Gavin's world. Okay.
I noticed that right away too. I just dart over to the chat.
But otherwise, yeah, I respect all my teachers, what you guys do for me, what you guys do for us. And with that, I really respect you guys, and I feel like my TOR, every single teacher I have, I send respect your way. And that's why I made that song. And with that, thank you guys for coming onto the podcast to showcase our teachers for the wonderful week of Teacher Appreciation Week. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and all the ones shown on the screen if Mr. Smith does that. This has been the Be Elite Podcast. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Be elite, be elite.